I'd like to share just a few excerpts about daily life in Eureka or the feeling of Eureka. Um, I think that there's a vibration here where people are magnetized here, and tourists also love this aspect of Eureka, which is an energy of really a lot of friendliness and care and a freedom to be yourself. I think that when a person has the freedom to be themselves, because there's not only a tolerance of being yourself in Eureka, there's actually an encouragement of being yourself with your own creative energy and the dreams that you want for your life and who you want to become. So I think that vibration is in town. I'll give you an excerpt or an example. I've noticed this through the years many times. Somebody moves to Eureka and they've been in a large city, a metropolis, all their lives for a long period of time, and somehow they're attracted and they come to Eureka. And what I've noticed is sometimes when people are very friendly to them, they need a little time to get used to it. They're kind of a little bit standoffish, and it's nothing. It says nothing about them. It's just that they're kind of shocked somewhat at the amount of trust and friendliness that they experience. But what I've noticed is you give a person in this kind of environment 2 or 3 months, they become more friendly than the person that was friendly in the beginning. So it's very, very contagious. Because they experience this from so many people that they all of a sudden realize, oh, I can be free. I can say things that have to do with me. I can be myself. I can do all these things, and people are still going to love me. And that, to me, is some of the vibration of the freedom of Eureka, and why I think many people come here and why tourists liked, even if a tourist can't get there yet to be themselves completely, they love to get the permission to do it by watching other people just be themselves in Eureka in their friendliness. One thing I want to share that explains this sense of very close community, which is one of the reasons I wanted to come to a small town long ago in 1987, was I left Eureka for about 6 years. I left Eureka and went to, I lived in Montana for 6 years, quite a switch to say the least. And such a switch that I was such a greenhorn when I got to Montana that somebody told me, it's August, you need to get a heater in your block. And I thought, what's your heater in your block? And actually, it was that you had to get a heater because the temperatures were going to go down to minus 20 sometimes at night. And if you didn't have a heater, your entire engine would go berserk. So it showed you the difference compared to the weather in Eureka and in Montana. But when I got back to the reason I'm mentioning this is because of the sweetness and the closeness of the community. I was away for 6 years. When I got back to Eureka, I parked my car and I just walked down Spring Street. And anybody that saw me on Spring said, "Oh, hi, Amrit. I haven't seen you in a while." They hadn't seen me in 6 years. but the unbelievable closeness, just because you're a Eurekan and you've been here a while and you've met so many people and we all know each other, it was so refreshing that I thought to myself, I had to laugh. I was walking down the street in front of New Orleans Hotel and somebody said, "Oh, Amrit, hi, I haven't seen you in a while." And I thought to myself, yeah, 6 years and you still love me. I'm happy about that, let me tell you. So this is just an example of some unique things that I think symbolize the spirit of freedom and the spirit of community, of not just community, closeness of community, friendliness of community in Eureka. And I think that's pretty much the little excerpts I wanted to share.